Hey guys, Scott here. Look, one of the best things about my job is I get to work with organisations of all different levels, like the high performers in our industry, those that are really charging ahead and making change at scale, as well as the laggards and those that are kind of just figuring out which way is up in terms of digital change. Now, I've actually noticed that there's a set of core behaviours that are shared amongst the high performers that are absent in the laggards. So there's 3 behaviours I'm going to go through today. And they relate to how senior executives use social technologies to drive alignment at scale, right? Now, in the high performers, all 3 behaviours are there. In the laggards, they do 1, maybe 2 of the behaviours, but definitely not the 3rd one. So, of these 3 behaviours, the first one is that they actually update their people. They inform them what's going on. They talk to them around where the strategy is up to, what the strategy is, the blockers, all these kinds of things. So they keep them well informed. And they do that through posts or through video updates, kind of similar to what I'm doing here. So informing is the first behaviour. The second one though is that they engage. So they actually then come in and they respond and they build on the understanding of others within the organisation. And they do it actively and they do it visibly. And it doesn't matter if they're coalface or senior executives, they are there posting, responding, developing that understanding at scale, visibly within the organisation. So it's two-way, it's not just a one-way informed process. The third behaviour though, and this is the one that is unique to the high performers, and they are provocative in their leadership. So what they'll do is these high performers, not only do they inform and they engage, but they'll actually throw out challenges saying, what do you think, what are the dumbest things that we're doing in this business? And what they do is they provoke an awareness around a topic that then creates this vacuum that makes it safe for people to contribute. So another example of that is, so David Thodey in Telstra, again, jumped on Yammer one day and says, what are the top 10 dumbest approvals and sign-offs we get? They had 873 responses, all of which were frictions that were slowing them down in the business. I've seen another senior executive jump onto their social platform, grab their little their brand tagline. I think it was like best in the world. They threw that into their social platform and said, what do people think? Does it mean anything? Is it garbage? And people came back and said, nah, it's nonsense, hadn't meant anything for years. Others came back and said, this is important for these reasons. Now what it did was it actually created awareness, or it was provocative around this, and inspired this conversation around who are we? Who do we think we are? What's important to us, right? And what these senior leaders in these high performers get is that it's no point them being the smartest person in the room, right? There's no point them shouting out the direction or shouting out the values that they want everyone to aspire to. What's really important is for them to be able to draw these values out of people. So by being provocative and creating these vacuums, using these highly visible vacuums within their business on social technologies, you're actually forcing people to draw an awareness of what does it take to be innovative? What are the things that are important to our brand, and drawing them out of the business and having these people reinforce it to themselves at scale. So that is the number one behaviour that is unique to high performers, that is completely missing in all the others. So those 3 behaviours again are informing, engaging, and then being provocative in how they draw and align behaviours at scale. So I hope you found that useful. Any questions, ask me. Great to chat. Thanks for watching. See ya.